Okay, so for number 61, we're going to figure out the limiting reagent between iron 3 oxide and aluminum and figure out how much of just iron they can make. So we're going to start by balancing the equation. We're going to end up with 1, 2, 2, and 1. So you have 2 aluminum, 2 irons, 2 irons, 3 oxygen, 3 oxygen. So the equation is balanced. We're given 175 grams of iron 3 oxide. So we begin with 175 grams of iron 3 oxide in liquid form. And you're going to multiply that by 1 mole of iron 3 oxide over grams to cancel out the grams and end up with how many moles of iron 3 oxide you have. So since the coefficient of iron is 2, you're going to multiply the atomic weight of iron by 2. Just going to change that to a multiplication sign so we know you end up with grams of iron plus 3. Since the subscript for oxygen is 3, you have 3 oxygen times the atomic weight. And that will give you grams of oxygen. So with grams and grams canceling out, you end up with moles of iron 3 oxygen. Now to convert this to moles of iron, and since we know that our coefficient of Fe2O3 is 1, and we want to cancel out the moles of Fe2O3, we'll have 1 mole of iron 3 oxide. Coefficient of iron is 2, so we're going to have 2 moles of iron. Now to convert that, it's going to cancel out with moles of iron 3 oxide, moles of iron 3 oxide, and leave you with moles of iron. We don't want moles of iron, we want grams of iron. To get rid of that, we're going to multiply by the atomic weight of iron by itself. And that will give us the atomic weight of iron. So, grams and grams is going to cancel. Moles and moles is going to cancel. Another mole is going to cancel, and you're going to be left with grams of iron, which in the end will end up with 122.41 grams of iron. Now for the second equation, we're given 37 grams of aluminum. Sorry, 37.5 grams of aluminum. So we're going to do the same thing we did with the top. It's going to be 1 mole of aluminum over the atomic weight of aluminum, which is 26.981539. Now this, with grams canceling out of aluminum, it'll leave it with moles of aluminum. To transfer that from moles of aluminum to moles of iron, you're going to multiply, since the coefficient is 2 this time, will be 2 moles of aluminum to the same 2 moles of iron. Now your moles of aluminum cancel out and you're left with moles of iron. And you don't want moles of iron, you want grams of iron. So we'll multiply that by 1 mole over the atomic weight. The moles are going to cancel out and you will be left with grams of iron, which turns out to be 77.62 grams of iron. Now comparing the two after the equation, the one that made the least amount of product is going to be the lemon reagent. So we have 122.41 grams of iron produced by the iron 3 oxide, 77.62 grams of iron produced by aluminum. So in this equation, aluminum in liquid form is a limiting reagent.